DDM 2024.07 sees a number of changes in the administration client. The first one, if we go into the DDM Administration client, okay, here, the first one is we have two DDM administration clients, and if I go into the workflow editor, you will notice that we jump to what is the old DDM admin client. And previously, all of the links were available in both clients. What we've now done is reduced the options inside the old client to only the areas that are still available in the old client, and we've added this return to main admin client option. If I select return to main admin client, it will take me back to the new administration client, and over time we will continue to migrate areas across from the old to the new. The next enhancement is related to emails. If we go into system emails, we've now added the ability to see what is in the queue for sending emails and what has already been sent. If I go into the DDM Office client and, for example, if I choose a change order, well, if I wanted to assign this change order to a different user, and let's pick on, let's say, Quality Assurance Hercule Poirot, and I say, over to you from Joe, then this will send an email and put the email in the queue. So I can now see this email to Hercule Poirot. Not only does it appear in this queue, but we can also see that the email has now been sent. If I just check in my Outlook client and send and receive folders, it will take a second because I've got lots of accounts configured, but we now have an email over to you from Joe. So the enhancement is to have this email queue and log so that you can see if things have been sent. We also have the option to send any queued emails here, and I don't have any in the queue at the moment. The next enhancement is we've started to move what historically was in the DDM client configuration window. Any of the settings that are specifically related to the user, we have now moved them into the DDM administration client against the user's account, so that no matter where the user logs in terms of the machine, those user settings will be common. The next enhancement is if a user has configured the layout of their screen. If I just look at some recent files, well, I've configured the columns that I'm displaying inside DDM, and you can do this in all different areas of the product. If I go to development projects, I can see all sorts of information in here, and I can turn columns on and off. So if I wanted to turn on the date that the was created by, then I can change the layout of my DDM Office windows. When you exit DDM and do a full exit, that information is stored against the user's account. The first enhancement is if I create a new user using the Create Similar option, it will copy across all of those settings in addition to the the access controls based on group, etc. So all of that layout information will be taken across when you create a similar user. The next enhancement is that we have also provided the ability to copy Office profile. So it can be reset to the DDM default. We can copy and we can paste profiles now. So all of those screen layout settings, so an administrator could log in, set up DDM the way that he wants everybody to see it, and you can then go in, you can either paste onto individual users, or you could go to groups and you could paste onto an entire group those UI settings. So, the ability to copy and paste DDM Office User Interface settings.